Greetings, YouTube. It's Matt from the Grand Arcade. We're back. Playing some more Farming Simulator 25. Gotta sell these mushrooms. Oyster. I don't know, that sounds gross. Oyster mushrooms. I don't know about that one. E. Yep. Good work. See what? I'll leave those there for now. So we know what the maximum fuel level is on the truck. Does it have a hitch on the back of it? Can't tell if it does or not. Can't get low enough. It almost looks like it does, but I don't think so. Stop zooming in on my truck. Gosh darn it. Just want to see my stuff still. There. That ain't bad. 11.3. What about honey? Where does honey go? According to this, you can sell it at the small farmers market, which is technically the small farmer kiosk. Let me go grab the forklift. carry these over there while I'm at it. Wonder if that's still true about the bees. Like if you put your beehives next to the fields, like sunflowers and potatoes and stuff, does it increase the yield? That used to be a thing. And it started another partial billet. No, I shouldn't have stacked those. Hey, Grandpa, tell Grandma I'm selling some of her honey. Alright, now you should be able to see some of this stuff. So there's whatever that mushroom stuff is. There's strawberries, I think. We got tomatoes, we got chili peppers, we got onions. What goes in these other buckets? I feel like we're missing some stuff here. Corn, maybe? let's see. You can sell. Oh. You can sell a lot of stuff there. I don't know what goes in the other buckets though. Looks like you can sell soups, breads, oils maybe. Grapes. I bet grapes are one of them. You can sell your beans there, is that right? Maybe that's green beans? Right there? Or is that soy? I don't know if it's green beans or soybeans. Hmm. Very interesting. I wonder if these would fit in our truck. Gonna be a tight fit. Let's do them one at a time. Maybe one doubled up. Hmm. Totally works. I wonder, you know, with payloads like this. Oh yeah, we can put straps on the inside. Cool beans. I don't know why the audio cuts out on the truck right there. Is it just the truck, or does it do it with the tractors too? Anybody else had that problem?
Hmm?
Where when you drive on the south side of Grandpa's barn, you lose your audio? Vehicle audio?
No.
Totally works. 10 grand for 2 wood beam pellets. I don't think I could fit a prefab wall in there though. Yeah, I missed my turn. Alright. How we doing on planting?
We're doing. We're getting somewhere.
Yay. So I can come fertilize.
Don't we have to wait a month?
Do we?
I'm not sure though. You might be able to.
I don't know. We're gonna test out this theory. Let's see. You seeded this up here. I tell you what, I'll test it out up here. We just seeded this up here, right?
Yeah.
Nope, it's letting me do it up here. I think it has to be like a texture change. So if you cultivate or seed or lime or something like that, then it counts. I need a tow chain. Huh? Good morning. Oh, bull. Oh, it's a good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. You're done with the big field then.
Yeah, I got the little field, that skinny field, 69 through 72 is done. The big field. Now I'm on the medium sized one.
Okay. Yeah. All this lifting vehicles, I see a hernia in your future. Yep. At least I ate my Wheaties this morning, so. Good morning. That's a lot of stuff. Hmm. Well, I can only speak for myself, and I know I can probably speak for old man, but to me, I've played on controller all my life. I, you know, from the very beginnings of the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, to Sega Genesis, to friends that had like the Nintendo 64 and the Dreamcast and stuff, and then my first console that was the original PlayStation, and then I got PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. Then I got the Xbox Series. No, the Xbox. Oh gosh, what was it? Xbox One S. And then I graduated to PC, and I am still on controller on even on the PC. And I'll let you in on a secret. I have actually stopped using the keyboard, and if there's anything that I need mapped, that I need control over, I've put it on my controller. As far as like the ease of control, I mean, I I find the controller pretty useful. My thing with the steering wheel is, and this is just me, I've got a bad shoulder. I'm kicked back, got my feet up in my recliner right now. So using a steering wheel and pedals is kind of out of the question. It's just much easier just to hold the controller in my lap and um, go that route. But I mean, it's totally personal preference, and um, if you want the extra exercise, go for the steering wheel and the pedals. Um, yeah, you'll still have to use your unless you get a side panel, and they make more than one side panel. You'll still have to use your keyboard. Yeah, I don't. I had too many conflicts since since I'm streaming this. I had too many conflicts with the hotkeys over here on my what's this thing called? Stream Deck?
Hmm.
Is it called the Stream Deck?
I believe so.
So I got the Stream Deck XL, and you can go in and look at my settings here. Or
Hmm.
no, it's not under settings. It's under controls. When you look at the keyboard there is nothing listed. I think there might be one or two things. I think the escape key you cannot get away from. Let's see. Control tab. That's key 2, whatever that is. Switch to previous vehicle. I've never used that. I don't even. That's not even a hotkey setup. I don't know why that's in there, but if you gotta look under key 1, I think is the primary. So I just took all those out. There's maybe one or two left. I'm looking. Yeah, there's the escape key. You can't get away from the escape key. The escape key is like your failsafe. So if you delete all your keyboard keys and your mouse commands and your controller commands, how are you going to get back into, change the stuff if you need to? Yeah, right there. What is that? 7, 8, and FL. I don't even know what FL is. Or wait, F1. So that's my help menu and the time scale, 8 and 7. So that's what I put back in on the keyboard. 8 and 7 to increase and decrease the time scale, and then F1 to bring up the help menu. But I think that's it. I think I took everything else out. Oh, wait, there was something. What was that? Oh, that's the lumberjack. Yeah. So any mods, some mods, I won't say any mods, some mods that you download, sometimes they come with their own controls on the keyboard. So the round baler, the lumberjack, the cultivator, field creator, all of that has its own functions. But yeah, I use primarily the keyboard. I still, or not the keyboard, the controller. So you can see all my controls on the controller are over here programmed in. And the beauty of this controller is this is a, gosh, what's the name of this thing? Hang on. This is called a Power A controller. I think that's the brand name. It's got additional buttons on it, and it lights up. So it's got the like the RGB lighting on it. And this one has, let's see, it's got all the standard Xbox buttons on it, but it's got an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you make 6 combinations of those 6. So what's 6 times 6, Phil? Real quick. Phil?
Huh?
What's 6 times 6?
I'm not playing. I'm in my own little world, Matt. You should know that by now.
Hey Siri,
36.
what's 6 times 6?
Yeah, 6 times 6
is 36.
So an additional
36.
36 buttons, essentially, on my controller. Because there's 2 buttons under there that you can switch. So it'd be like, you have, let's say you have the 6 buttons. So you can set it to A1 through 6. You can set it to B1 through 6. You can set it to C1 through 6. You can set it to D1 through 6. You can set it to E1 through 6. You can set it to F1 through 6. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, I know my alphabet. But yeah. So there's essentially an extra 36 buttons on the controller here. Plus I have the Stream Deck over here that I use primarily for all the broadcast stuff. So the stream, the TeamSpeak. When I switch to my B-Rack back screen like that, or go to my logo like that, I can just reach over there and press the buttons on that thing. And I'm still learning to use that. There's so many open slots on that, and I haven't really sat down to really play around with it, but I kind of want to put a soundboard on it where it plays sound effects. It would be cool. Do like a audience applause sound effect, or a bleep button, or something like that. Do the tornado siren would be cool. Actually, I haven't activated that mod yet. I need to activate that mod, but I haven't seen a tornado yet. Not yet. And I don't think they show up in the forecast. Do they?
I don't think so.
I think they're just random. Do you get tornadoes when it hails, like you do in real life?
No idea.
I don't either. Yeah, I haven't seen a tornado yet. I've got it on visuals only though. Maybe some fart sounds. I don't know. How's that one? That's really sad. I'm watching. I'm got my TV going on the other screen over here, and this guy, he's like exploring these malls that are still open, but they are like on the verge of closing, and like all the stuff I see that he's filming is like stuff that I remember, and it's really sad to see it in that state. Even the escalators are blocked off and not running there. You haven't seen one yet on your save? I haven't either. Oops.
All right, Matt. What's next to be planted?
Corn in field 2
2 and 6.
and 6.
Alrighty. Off. Whoa, whoa. Hey, yo.
Huh?
How did I do that?
What'd you do? What is
What
that?
did I do? How did I get
Is that
that?
your row marker? That's your row marker.
Apparently.
Huh?
Okay.
Been liking the rake I posted in Discord. I haven't seen a nader as well. Yeah, I don't know. I thought with it being giants, I really thought we would see tornadoes more often. But if I haven't seen any yet, I'm almost tempted to turn the destruction part of it back on just to see if that increases the amount that you see. But I kind of don't want to. It's a little more realistic this way. Once in a while. I mean, we get what they need to do is bring funnel clouds in. We see more funnel clouds in, and then we might see 1 or 2 tornadoes, unless we have like an outbreak or something like that. All right, I'm gonna go fertilize this new field over here. I'm gonna have to repair my tractor or something. Something is really low. Yeah, it's the tractor. I've noticed that the older the equipment gets, the more often you have to repair it. Is that a thing?
No idea.
Seems like that Alice tractor that we've got and the this one seems like you have to repair those all the time.
I don't think that they're realistic because tractors don't have that many
Issues.
issues. I think they need to be more realistic with and the pricing too.
Yeah, I said they need to bring in like the parts and stuff like oil filters and fuel filters and stuff you know, you change those out every season, every year. And to me it would be more realistic and enjoyable that way. Let's say, where are my lines at? There they are. If they stay dirty, it causes it. Well, we may have to start using that pressure washer fuel.
Why?
Because he says if they stay dirtier, it causes them to run down.
And see, that's unrealistic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really realistic. I mean, it's not nice, but I mean, it doesn't really affect the state or operation of the thing. Unless you got a field that is like some of the fields we got down here in the deep south, where they call it gumbo. It's like a really thick, sticky clay type dirt, especially when it's wet. I'll never forget my brother and I and some friends. We took off on our bikes, and we used to ride field roads and stuff like that on our bikes. We didn't really have anywhere else to ride, and we'd ride on the highway on the things were different back then. We'd ride on the highway, we'd go off on our own, and stuff like that, and we'd ride the field roads, and we got the bright idea that we were ready to go home, and we would just cut across this field. And it was a farm field, and it was the time of year that it definitely had some gumbo in it. And man, we got halfway across that field. We had to abandon our bikes. We had to abandon our shoes because when we came out of that field on the other side, our shoes had so much gumbo stuck to them that it looked like we had like elephant's foot on each foot. It was really bad. Got home, and mom grabbed the garden hose, and even the garden hose wouldn't take it off. It was really bad. Yeah, things were different back then. We could go off on our own. We always went out in the wooded kind of area, like the hills and hollers and mountain and stuff like that. We'd make forts and tree forts and go exploring. One day we ended up on the railroad track, and that probably wasn't the smartest thing, but we didn't know we were that far out. We found some stuff though. Found some old cemeteries and old cabins and houses and stuff like that. Stuff you find in horror movies, but we didn't think about it back then. We'd build vine swings and all that fun stuff. Alright, that is fully fertilized. It looks like it needs rolling. So we'll do that. Yeah, everything is going to need rolling. And I'm fixing to come up where you're at there and fertilize that. Only half that one needs lime, so I'm just going to wait until the whole thing does. Everything's pretty much mulched, except for the areas that were unmulchable. And there shouldn't be any stones. I did plow this one, and I already removed the stones from it. So yeah, all we need to do is roll. Let me bring this, tell you what, let me go to the shop and repair this and get some more fert. It is slowing down a little bit. Seems like it to me. Or maybe not slowing down, but the acceleration is not as quick. Yeah, we got a pressure washer. I like the fact that you can like move the pressure washer. That's a really cool feature. Kind of reminds me of the big, the big cleaning units like at a hospital or a store that they walk behind. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Alright, don't need to really repair the weight. Tractor, yes. I'm going to do the fart spreader while I'm here. Our new combine. I do miss the separate tab for all that fertilizer stuff. 1920 for 1,000. 1920 for 1,000. So it doesn't really matter if we buy pallets or bags. It does matter on the seed. The seed you get more if you buy the pallet of seed because it's 1260 for 1,050 liters, and then it's 1,260, the same price for just 1,000 liters. So let's buy some fruit. I need to order me one of those shirts that make fertilizer affordable again. Let me go do the field while you're over here. We gotta seed our rice too. Why is that not locking in? That GPS is weird. It doesn't lock in like on that corner right there. Horsefly. Alright, everything should be. We don't have any weeds. And it looks like everything is fertilized except for field 8. Only thing that really needs lime is 22 up there, but I'm going to wait on that until we need to do, well, that one too. But I'll wait till we get more to do up there. Needs rolling, so there's a lot of stuff that needs rolling. Just about everything is mulched. And no stones. $27.7 and 12.3. So that more than doubles the width of the roller there. It's expensive though, 115 grand. See a lot of down trees? That's because I cut them. It's not from a tornado or anything. Got a lot of canopies sitting over there. One thing you won't see laying over there is the trunks. Mainly it's just the canopies out of the trees. I've got to haul these up to the new sawmill that we built. I don't think there's any trunks left over here. I think I got them all. Yeah, it's just the canopies. Still got to cut some trees south of the rice field over there, and then I don't think I'm going to cut any more over here because I don't really want to cut any on the river border. I do need to cut a few like up on this little hill right here up to that road. Then I got a bunch to cut up north. Goes a river barge, hauling grain out, no doubt. Whew, this week is going to be a fun week. The number one is on vacation, so I got to be the number one all week. Now, the only thing about a roller is you can't lift it.
Nope.
You gotta pretty much roll where it takes you. You got to know when to roll 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. When the dealing's done.
So Matt, what do you want in 6? Because we can't plant wheat there.
In 6?
No, because we can't be planting until no, what is it, September or something?
But you said field 6?
Yeah.
Corn.
Oh, not 6. I mean 8. Sorry, 8, 8.
That's what I'm thinking. 6 is like, wait a minute.
No, no, I meant sorry, 8.
8. Whoops. Well, whoops. What am I hitting? Huh. Um. Let me look at the list here. Let's see. Why don't we do sorghum?
All right.
Yeah, you can't plant wheat till September, can you?
Yeah, and that's a little unrealistic.
Yeah, I still think they either need to have a setting where you can adjust the crop calendar to what you like, or come out with a mod in the mod hub that allows you to do that. Can't believe nobody did that yet. Oh, your robot's not working or something in your farm? 'If you're planning on buying 25, not really. I mean, there's different stuff. Now, are you saying 18 or 19? You typed 18. 18 was a mobile version. If that's the last one you played, then yeah, it's vastly different. If it's 19, you've got new crops and new ways of doing things. '19, yeah. So yeah, 19. It's still an upgrade if you get 25. Um, you have so many different crop types now. You have, your standard wheat, barley, canola. I think we had oats in 19. Trying to remember back now. Yes, we did. We had oats and cotton. And we had sunflowers. We had soybeans, potatoes. Now we have rice and long grain rice. Um, we had cotton. We have sorghum now. We have grapes, olives. Um, then you get into your vegetables. We have red beets, carrots, parsnips, green beans, peas, spinach. And then on into the grass and stuff. And then there's different ways of doing things now to get your yields and stuff. You gotta make sure you got you know got it mulched and everything. Probably better just go over to this one. So you've got weeds on, fertilization, lime, Rolling is a necessity. Mulching is. Stone removal. And then watered is for the rice. So that'll show you what's what there. Yeah, it's kind of, to me it's relaxing to play Farm Sim. And there's a lot of additional stuff too that we really kind of didn't have. Kind of maybe, but kind of didn't. Now you got like your local produce stands and stuff. You can take tomatoes and onions and chili peppers and strawberries and cabbage and mushrooms and your grapes and stuff like that. You can take over to the local produce stand. That's the local produce stand there. That's a small one. And there's a huge farmer's market up north. Take all your vegetables and stuff like that. You can make soup now. So you can make potato soup. You can make noodle soup now. All kinds of stuff you can get into. The productions that we had in 22, a lot of those came over, and you got a lot more different kind of stuff now. Can you play on Goldcrest Valley from FS17? Not currently. It might, I would say more than might, it probably will come out in the mod hub. Somebody will mod it. It won't be from Giants, most likely. Somebody will probably mod Goldcrest Valley in, and it'll show up in the mod hub for all platforms. Yeah, you'll see a lot of the classic maps. Somebody will mod them in, and they'll bring them in eventually. There are some other good maps though. Right now, there's a New Frontier. That's kind of a basically start from scratch map almost. There's a few fields in it, but you have to clear land and trees and make your own fields and stuff like that. But there will be more. Yeah, just go to you can go to the map section in the mod hub. It's in the in-game mod hub, and they'll be posting the maps and stuff there. So, and there's some other modders working on some maps that will probably be in the mod hub at some point. But then there's some that, if it's a different kind of map, I would almost say, if it's a 4X map, that it wouldn't be in the mod hub, but that proved not to be true in 22. They started allowing a few 4X maps in the in-game mod hub in Farm Simulator 22. So now whether those maps were available on console or not, I can't answer that one. I don't think they were. But if it was the in-game PC mod hub, they did start posting some of them in there. I know Nathanthal was one. I'm trying to remember. I think Frankenmuth 4X was in there. Wasn't Frankenmuth 4X that one we played? Wasn't it in there?
It might have been. There was another one, that Canadian one.
What was the Canadian one?
Garden? I don't know. remember the name of it. Thought I saw a 16x in there once.
There
But
was.
that might be beyond blue.
At the very end, there was a 16x Kansas map that was in the in-game PC mod hub. I was shocked to see that. I
So
really,
that gives you hope.
yeah, that gives me hope. If that one had been in there sooner,
Oh yeah.
I probably would have played it.
You know, it's possible they might do it for 15.
Yeah, if they do it
25.
for 25, yeah, I'm there. Cause the fields, it had huge fields on it.
Oh yeah.
I think Kansas, you know, they have a lot of huge wheat fields and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind seeing a Saskatchewan one,
One day.
because they got some really big farms up there. I did see they are working on the Welkers map.
I mean, that's kind of been stretched out enough, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's, gosh, when did they come out with that? They came out with that in 17, didn't they?
17, yeah.
They are working on that one.
There's people that are gonna want to play it, you know.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm. And then there's your popular choices from across the pond. You know, you got Oxygen David already working on Calmsden, which is a European map, British map, I believe. I'm kind of shocked that, and maybe they're waiting until the right time, but I'm shocked that Giants hasn't done an in-game British map. You know, I think they've kind of gone as far as they can with the Eastern European maps. I mean, if they keep dishing those out, it's like they're the same maps almost, or from the same region but with different names. And I know the American maps are kind of that way too, but you know, come on, they're American maps. But I mean, you think back, they started the Eastern European maps. You know, they started with Bjornholm, and I'm starting with 15 because that's where I started. So they had Bjornholm, then they came out with Sosnovka, then they came out with what was in 17? Was it Felsbrunn? That might have been 19. Was it Fenton Forest, or was that a Stevie map? I think that was. Well, he made one, so it may have just been called that. But Felsbrunn, an Australian 16x map. Yep, I could see that too, because there's some big farms in Australia as well. Yeah, any place like Kansas, you know, Oklahoma, Texas, Saskatchewan, Australia, those areas have huge, like vast areas of land, of like farmland, the fields and stuff like that. And you know, Kaz is working on some.
Hopefully they're more traditional in the beginning, then he can go wild after.
Yeah. That 64X that he worked on, that it never came. He worked on it, and he posted the PDAs on it and stuff like that, but it never really materialized. The Old West 16X map did. The not Lucas Island. What was it? It was a tropical one. I can't remember the name of it. It had like a bunch of islands. It had like a big island in the middle, and it had a bunch of smaller islands around it.
I remember.
And then, of course, there was the Yukon. I really enjoyed that map. It offered some stuff that no other maps were offering at the time. The 22 version, if it hadn't hurt my computer, it might be easier on this computer now if it comes out, but that computer over there, it kind of hurt it when I played it. I downloaded it and I tried it out, but Boy, did it stutter. We'll say this new computer, it runs so much quieter. I can't even tell it's on. Even when I've got something graphically intensive running on it, it doesn't. Of course, now I haven't tried to play Flight Sim on it. That would be the true test, I think. Try to play Flight Simulator on it. No, this is, well, I mean, yes and no. You can, this new system, this is the new GPS system. It's in game. You can set it up either way. So if I go to, you hold B, and this is where it's at. You can do an AI worker. You can switch it over there and just hire it out if you want to. You can change the direction. You can kind of customize it, do headlands first. Or you can do the actual GPS part of it, which is what I'm on now. And then you can set your, your width. Say you swath it. They added the MacDon swather, so you can swath your crop first if it's a crop that can be swathed. And you can set your pickup heads for the combines to that same width as the swathing head and run the GPS and pick up the crops that way. Plus, you get a 25% yield bonus on it. I would say that's one plus. That's a way to draw, your farm sim players in to a new thing is offer a bonus on like the crop. So with the MacDon swather, if you do it right, if you mulch it and fertilize it and cultivate or plow it, and then lime it if you have that on, and then roll it and plant it and do the second stage of fert or the third stage of fert if you have that on, and you have 100% yield bonus on it. Doing all those things, you can get an additional 25% yield bonus if you swath it. So you have to run your swather first, and then go back and pick it up. And that's on the crops. I think, what is the swathing crops? It's like wheat, barley, oats. Is it oats? I don't want to lie to you. Hang on. It's wheat, barley. It is oats. Canola and soybeans. Those are the crops that you can swath. So this is the swathing head that you would have to get with your MacDon. And then if you do the grass header, which we have that too, you get an additional 10% yield bonus with the MacDon grass header. So you can mow with that, get an additional 10% on your yield. Of course, if you want to really benefit from it, you need to do, all the other stuff. When it comes to like the grassland care. So you'll definitely want one of these. When you do the grass rolling, you can fertilize it, puts on the second stage of fert. You'll always have one stage of fert on your grass. This roller puts on the second stage of fert, and it kicks it up a growth stage, or 2 or 3 or something like that. But yeah, you can potentially get 125% yield bonus on your crops that you can swath, and then you can potentially get 110% yield bonus on your grass. So if you're making silage bales, that pays off in the end. And then you can also use, if you use the in-game, the only in-game thing I think right now for balers is the Crone baler, which we have. You can add the silage additive to it. Then you can increase your yield on the grass that way too. I think you don't make bigger bales, you just make more bales if you use that silage additive. Actually, there is a starting amount you can start with, and it doesn't matter if you start on New Farmer, Farm Manager, start from scratch. I want to say for all of them, I think you can do the $1 million to start with. Now, the loans differ from which one you decide to start with, but as far as starting capital, starting money, you can start with, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think 100,000 is the lowest, or you can go up to $1 million. And then, if you start with New Farmer, you start with equipment and stuff. We didn't start with New Farmer. We started Farm Manager, so we didn't have any equipment. We didn't have any land. You start with all that in New Farmer. All right, that field is rolled. Got to roll all the ones down south, looks like. And the ones up north. That cheeseburger looks good. Alright, I'm gonna run to the shop and repair this. And then head down south. Yeah, the new machines are pretty good. I will say there's a few that I do miss from the previous games, like 22 and 19, that I would like to have again. But maybe somebody will bring them in the mod hub later. Maybe Giants will. I don't know. I miss that 7200 Pro, the case one. They did bring back the two older Deere tractors. Where are they at? Yeah, the 4755 and the 7810. They brought these back from 22, so they're in there. They're not very big tractors, they're the older, smaller horsepower. They're both under 200 horsepower, so they'd be great animal tractors, or you need a dedicated spraying tractor or fert tractor, or something like that, lime tractor, stuff like that. And now I want a cheeseburger. What's this right here, Phil? You need repair? Phil?
Huh?
You need repair?
I'm good. I'm just sitting around.
Your tractor's parked in the square.
Oh, that one? Yeah, that needs repair. Yeah. It's in the red.
I know, I just repaired this thing. Like, literally just repaired this thing. 25 grand to repair this one.
Yeah, and that to me is an unrealistic. Like I know things break, but they don't break that often.
Yeah. My,
That's where they made this game a little too unrealistic.
yeah. Well, we did have the mod, and I had it activated in 22 where it decreased the maintenance wear and tear.
Hmm.
So if they ever bring that back, I'll get it.
That like that, yeah.
All right, it is repaired. Ugh, I gotta stop watching these YouTube videos over on my TV screen over here.
Why? What's wrong?
Because they're always got food. They've always got, and he's eating a cheeseburger, and it's not just like a fast food cheeseburger. It's like a real cheeseburger. You know, it's got lettuce, it's got tomatoes, and it's one of those that looks like one of those mom and pop places. You know,
And what's wrong with that?
it's making me hungry.
Well, it's almost lunchtime anyways.
It's getting close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting closer. Getting close. I want to eat. Feels like I'm knocking on the kitchen's door. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on the kitchen's door. That'd be a good Weird Al song, you know. Instead of knocking on heaven's door, it's knocking on the kitchen's door. Yeah, it's like a home style burger. I mean, like literally, you can tell that it was made like in a one of those little mom and pop roadside places. It's got like real. I mean, it looks like a burger should look like. You know, you see all the advertisements for fast food and how the Big Mac looks in the ads and how the Whopper looks in the ads and stuff like that. And then when you get the final product, it's like disappointment as to how it appears compared to how the ads look. When you see an advertisement for a real burger and then what they give you actually looks like a real burger, and if you know what a real burger is, then you know. If you know, you know. Then you know. Oh, it's making my stomach growl. Kind of want to go find a place that does that. I know a few around here that do. But I've got pizza in the fridge, so probably should stick to that. And just another note, I announced this yesterday during the stream, but to you guys that are watching that normally join us on Saturday mornings, there will not be a Saturday morning stream this Saturday, so the 21st. There will not be a Saturday morning stream that day. I should be here that Sunday, but not that Saturday. It's got everything: onions, tomatoes, lettuce, cheese. All the medium and large fence. Start under mediums. So they did give us a white and a Challenger fence. There's the first one. It's the 700 Vario. That's the only medium one as far as fence go. You got the 900. And you know, I'm thinking back, there might be another fence in the mod hub. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but there might be the 800 Vario in the mod hub, maybe. And then there's the 1000. So we got the 900 under large, the 1000, and then we got the 1000 Vario MTs, which is the tracked version. Are there a few in small? Yeah, there's this fence is the orchard, not orchard. Is it not orchard? What's it called? Vineyard. This is the vineyard fence. So if you're gonna do grapes or olives, it's a smaller, skinny tractor to get through the vineyards. And then there's the 300 Vario, smaller tractor. You can up the horsepower on some of this stuff, so keep that in mind too. And then the 600. And you can go up to 171 on that one. And then we had the 700 in here, right? Yeah, 700. I wonder why they didn't include the 800. That doesn't make sense to me. Uh-oh, is it raining?
Just a little. It's okay.
I hear the rain, but I don't see
Oh,
the
it's
rain.
raining, but it's not raining.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see it now. That doesn't matter while I'm rolling, does it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm kind of, wondering why they didn't include the 800. Because, I mean, they have everything except the 800. Only one missing. I guarantee you, though, eventually, if it's not there now, it may be there now, but if it's not, it probably will be. Sooner or later, it will show up in the mod hub. Somebody will mod it. Yeah, they kind of scaled back on Case and New Holland in the game. The only really big new case item would be that 720, 760, the big quad track, the new quad track. And New Holland, I think they completely cut out a lot of that stuff. Let's go to the brand name here and see. New Holland, here we go. So they took out the T6, it's gone. And now you can only do European versions of these. Wow, they even took out the T9.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone. Yep, they took out the T9. That's been a staple since 15.
Don't worry, they'll all be back in eventually because people are gonna mod them and
Yep.
they'll
Make,
probably be better to be honest.
hopefully make US versions of them. Because that T7 was on sale, and I got to looking at it. You cannot make it a US version. It's got those big red and white striped signs stuck on it no matter what.
Hmm.
And we don't use those here. Alright, YouTube crowd. I'm rolling. We'll come back and finish rolling. Probably. I don't know what we'll be doing when we come back. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you in the next one.